Big week in sports here. Obviously, the Orioles are home. Yankees tonight, then the Nats over the weekend. The running of the Preakness Stakes is coming up on Saturday. And Sunday, one of the fastest growing events in our area in terms of participation is the Columbia Triathlon. And the man who is the godfather of the event and the founder of the Columbia Triathlon Association, Rob Vigorito, joins us. How we doing, Rob?
Thanks very much, Mark, for having me on the show. Godfather is probably appropriate, being Italian, but I appreciate the moniker. Thanks.
I'm scared now, man.
No, don't be scared. Rob won't hurt you, but he'll beat you at a triathlon. Rob has completed the Ironman Hawaii 6 times. Give me the genesis of your involvement in this sport, and why, Rob, is it growing to the levels that we're seeing it, not just here but nationwide? Triathlon is the going thing.
You couldn't be more correct there, Mark. Triathlon is the sporting event. Now is really galvanizing men and women, particularly women across the country. But yeah, I got involved back in the late 70s, early 80s when, like most people, saw the Ironman event on ABC's Wide World of Sports with Jim McKay, and watched with intensity and wondered why anybody would do something so seemingly silly. And then I met a guy here in Howard County in Columbia who was from Australia, and he done a couple of triathlon-like events down there, and he and I started training a little bit together. And then along about the same time, a group of us in one of the athletic clubs here decided, why don't we try to put on this triathlon thing here in Howard County, in this case Columbia. So we started to organize the ideas in 1982 and 83, and they made the debut of the Columbia Triathlon in June of 1984 with a group of us here in Columbia putting it together, and got 90 people at the time, came out. We used the indoor swim center for the Columbia Association as the final leg. Traditionally, it's swim, bike, run, and we did a run, bike, swim and counted laps in the indoor pool. And that's kind of how it all started. And next year we got 125 people, and then we just moved along. In 1987, the county developed Centennial Lake and Park here in Howard County, and we moved the event there. And then about that time, the sport began to explode. And from that point on, we consistently get 2,000 to 2,500 people entering the race every year. The race fills up on the order of about 10 months before the actual race day, so we're pretty excited about that.
Yeah, it really has grown, and it's on everybody's calendar. People fight to get into the Columbia Triathlon, which, again, is coming up this Sunday. Rob Vigorito is our guest. He is the founder of the Columbia Triathlon Association and himself an accomplished triathlete at the Ironman level. To that end, Vigo, give us an update, because back in October, you were getting prepared in Hawaii to run another Ironman. You suffered a horrible accident on your bicycle. That had to be a significant setback. Are you fully recovered?
I'm on the road. It's one of those long journeys, Mark. I just doing my thing, getting a little training in, and next thing you know, there's a truck in front of you, and the rest is kind of history. But all the bones are pretty much healed. Now, if you had a few operations to repair some things, but I'm back on the mend and looking forward to getting back to what I really truly enjoy, which is triathlon and being involved with the people that make the sport go. You know, the thing about triathlon, Mark, that's so unique, again, as opposed to other events, is the very welcoming and encouragement that triathletes have for each other. It's not just a question of participating. It's a question of to win is to finish. And it's kind of a journey, if you will, that begins with training and then morphs into event day, and then it's swim, bike, run, and be done. But there's a lot of encouragement. It's a very welcoming sport for all levels. It's not just a professional sport. It's every man, every woman, every kid type of event. We've been on the forefront of that, I think, in Howard County, because the Columbia event is now one of only 5 events across the country that has exceeded 28 years and still running. So we're pretty excited about that. We've got a great group of people coming in this year, and of course we are also, I might add, a nonprofit corporation. And one of the biggest things and exciting things for us and me personally is to be able to give back to athletes, families, and communities and groups of people in our own community that support us with various missions that they provide for the community, that benefit everyone.
Yeah, a lot of tireless work goes into it. And I know it's a labor of love for you, Rob, and you've done so much for that area, for the sport in the Mid-Atlantic. And again, the Columbia Triathlon, 28 years strong and still going. Great stuff, Rob. Best of luck to you and all the competitors come Sunday.
Thank you, Mark. And don't forget, we'll hope to see you on the start line this summer as well. So get your shoes on, get your bike out, and let's get moving.
You got it, Rob. You're a hard guy to turn down when it comes to offers like that. I appreciate it. Yeah, last year I did my first triathlon in Columbia, the first annual celebration triathlon.
We got to work on your water game.
Yeah, my water game is like it is for most who endeavor the triathlon. That's usually that's
well,
the
I think
tough
what you
part.
said last year was, well, it was tougher. You didn't, but you said it was just the getting used to being compacted
swimming
in
in a group and not being. I mean,
you can't really train for that.
It's really hard.